In this week's video, I'm going to be decluttering a couple of spaces in our home that have been neglected and just needed to function better. So I'm going to start here in the bathroom medicine cabinet. It had just become full of a lot of different products, some that we use, some that we don't use, and I just hadn't gone through them in a long time. So I'm taking everything out. I'm going to do each shelf one at a time. I'm going to take everything out, wipe down the shelf, and then get rid of items that we don't need in here or we no longer use or are outdated. And then I'm only putting back the items that we for sure will use. I was surprised at some of the things I found in this cabinet, things that I forgot we had, things that were expired. And so it's always good to just go through everything that you own and make sure that you're using it, make sure that it is functioning well for your family. We have been in our home for a little over, well, almost 5 years, not quite 5 years. And I don't think I've really cleaned out this medicine cabinet very often, maybe once or twice since we've been here. So it definitely needed a good decluttering and reorganizing. So anyways, it just felt really good to get everything out of there and to go through everything and get rid of items that we just no longer need. In my last decluttering video, a few of you left comments saying that you were decluttering as well, or you were wanting to get started decluttering. I know this time of year is just such a great time to go through all the different places in our homes and get rid of things we don't use. We're indoors more often, and so it just leads to having more time to do this kind of stuff. And it's also just a great way to start the year. So I've enjoyed just getting some spaces cleared out and making them function a lot better. So I would love to hear some places that you are decluttering in your home as well and how that's going for you. I'm also have been thinking about some of the projects I want to complete in our home. This bathroom is one of them. We put in new tile, peel and stick tile last year, and we were hoping to get it painted and make some changes in there, but it just didn't happen. So this year, that is definitely one of the things on my list that I want to get to. So I would love to hear what other projects you have on your list as well. This top shelf here has always been a bit of a pain. These little pieces that hold the shelf in place usually fall out, and then one of the pieces is even missing, so we use this little wooden stick to go in the hole to hold it, and they usually end up falling out, but you know, it works. It's the top shelf. I don't use this shelf very often. Most of the daily things we put on the bottom two shelves, and then this top shelf is for things that don't get used often, like Band-Aids and medicines and things like that. The next place I wanted to declutter was under my kitchen sink. So I keep a lot of different things down here, but many of the items that were actually down here didn't need to be there. They were just things that had collected over the years. I didn't know where to put it at the time, or I didn't want to put it away, and so I just defaulted to putting it under this sink area. So I'm going to go ahead and take everything out, just like I did in the bathroom, wipe down the bottom of the cabinet, and then I'm going to go through everything and decide if it needs to stay there, if I need to throw it away, or if it needs to go somewhere else. So let's go ahead and do that. I learned this trick years ago from how Jen does it on how to store rubber gloves, and it's worked really well for me. So if you're ever thinking about how to store yours, this is a great way to do that. I ended up moving my hand soap refills and my Castile soap to an area in the hallway where I keep all of my soaps, and then I ended up taking out a bunch of different things that I didn't need in here anymore. Some things just went in the trash can, and then some items ended up going down in our basement with some other kind of like hardware type items. So I got rid of quite a bit of the things that just didn't belong up here, which is going to make it so much better when I open up these doors. It's going to feel so good to know that there are only things in here that I actually use. I'm putting these vases back there. I do have a few of them I like to keep up here, just, especially in the spring and summer when I have more flowers in the yard that I want to bring in. So I did keep that, and then I have my vinegars, my trash bags, and my soaps, and that is it. So it feels so much better. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed another decluttering video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.